Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another terrible lighting after work video. This won't be going on for too much longer because I am apartment hunting at the moment, and at the moment it's taking me like 3 hours total to get to and from work every day, which doesn't leave a whole lot of time to do videos with the sun up, but we're getting there. Some of you will have clicked on this video saying, Mia, you're an enormous hypocrite. You said you were never ever going to talk about Eugenia Cooney. And you're right, I was never going to talk about Eugenia Cooney. So let's start from that premise that 1, I didn't think I was going to be making this video today, and 2, I didn't ever think I was going to be making this video because I thought I'd already talked about this. For those of you who have seen it, I made a video about Eugenia Cooney without naming her or specifying anything to do with her quite a few months ago, when there was a lot of YouTubers campaigning to address Eugenia as a group, as a mob, and it was led by, and I'll name him too now, Onision. And I made my feelings really clear in that video. I'm not going to go into what I think of Onision basically using her as clickbait and to generate revenue, but that was the reason why I didn't want to say her name publicly, because I never want to be accused of capitalizing off somebody's mental health or their alleged mental health state or their alleged medical state. And I certainly don't want you to think that that's what you're going to find here now. However, having said that, I have never received so many comments and messages about one thing outside of maybe how do I get like through my recovery is probably the blanket general question that I get. Second to that is, can you please get in touch with Eugenia Cooney? Can you please make a video addressing Eugenia Cooney? Can you please do something about her illness or alleged illness? Because I clearly was not specific about who I was talking about, even when I linked them to that video, they're like, this doesn't help me, what are you talking about? So in part, this video is, for my purposes, to respond to people who pop up in my emails or my Instagram messages or my comments asking me repeatedly, literally so many times a day, can I please help Eugenia Cooney? Now, I'm not judging anybody who is reaching out asking for my assistance and my help. This is an eating disorder recovery channel, obvious place to go. And I truly believe that all of these messages and these pleas are well intentioned. I have no doubt about that. However, there's a few things that I have to clear up. One is that a huge number of these messages and comments allude to my expertise, my qualifications, and specifically my training. Can I use that to please contact Eugenia and help her and advise her and intervene? Well, the first big problem with that is that I am not qualified in any way whatsoever, which I go to great lengths to make very, very clear to you guys, whether or not that's in the disclaimer or... And I'm saying you guys like it's subscribers. I don't think it is subscribers. I think it is just random people coming to the channel. But I just want to clear it up for anybody who might be new or who might be here looking for, hey, has Mia ever talked about Eugenia Cooney? And will she? And has she addressed her and will she? No. And I go to great lengths to make it very clear in disclaimers on my videos in the description box that I am not qualified. I repeatedly say that I'm only speaking anecdotally from my own experience. Every single question that I answer, where it's medical or psychological, I try to preempt it by saying, I am not qualified, this is my experience. Please go and seek somebody who is qualified, who is a professional who can help you. So first of all, no, I am not qualified. I have no training. Even from a professional standpoint, I can't give you any instruction or give her any instruction or give her any, advice medically or psychologically whatsoever. The other thing is, I have struggled with that whole concept previously when people, and this does happen on a daily basis, which I've spoken about, people do contact me asking me to please help them, to give them advice. And I know they probably don't mean it in the sense that they're like, give me psychological medical advice, but my hands are so tied as to what I can tell anybody. And I've actually spoken to other people who have, social media platforms in this field who are qualified, and even they refuse to give people any kind of advice via messages or whatever, because they're not treating you specifically. So the whole point of that tangent is to say, even if I were qualified, even if I were trained, even if I had any kind of professional backing, it would be unethical and wrong for me to even advise her. So that's strike 1 and 2. Not qualified, and even if I were, I'm not in a position to publicly make comments about somebody who I have never met in person. The other reason why I won't address Eugenia Cooney directly is that if you have a little poke around my channel, you will see that one of the things that really gets stuck in my craw and annoys the living shit out of me is people who are unqualified, whether it's medically, dietetically, nutritionally, or psychologically, trying to dole out advice to people via the internet whom they've never met. I've made several videos, I think fairly rationally and reasonably, calling people out and saying, this is wrong, please stop doing this. And also to those of you who follow these people, please remember that qualifications are extremely important. I would be hugely hypocritical to come out and make a video addressing her and trying to give her advice. I cannot do that, and it's wrong to do that. The other reason why I haven't spoken about Eugenia, which, let's be real, I look like a huge fucking hypocrite by making this video because her name is going to be in the title, is because I never wanted to capitalize off Eugenia Cooney, because in my personal opinion, do I think that girl's terribly well? No. Do I have the ability to say that she is or she isn't? No. Do I therefore have the right to make a video? No. So if I were to make a video, why would I be making it? Probably to make money off somebody who I think, in my subjective, unqualified opinion, is not very well, which is why I will be demonetizing this video, because I don't want to make a goddamn buck off it. But I do want to address that, because let me tell you something about eating disorders from my experience, because I've just banged on about and getting a bit shirty, I'm sorry, but this has just been months of this, and it's really, because people have actually become quite upset with me, which I understand, when I come back and I say, I will not be addressing Eugenia, I will not be reaching out to her, I will not be making a video, and here's the reasons why, which is very hard to smash into a little Instagram message repeatedly every day for months. But people do get upset with me when I say, no, I won't do that, because it's like, well, how can you not? How can you not do it just like out of the goodness of your heart? If I thought it would help, I would do it. Here's an indication it's not going to help. You've had how many people make videos about Eugenia? You have how many people leaving how many comments with concern and offering help and offering advice and offering guidance, and it doesn't make any difference. And the reason it doesn't make any difference is because eating disorders are more complicated than I make a video, Eugenia watches it, and boom, Eugenia is ready for recovery. Or Eugenia reads 1,000 comments about her alleged eating disorder, or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000. It won't make one bit of difference unless Eugenia is ready for recovery and wants to get better. I'm sorry, but that is the absolute truth. From my experience, I had people who were concerned about me. I had people who wanted to intervene with me and tried to, and I didn't get better till I wanted to get better. I didn't get better until I decided to save myself. Nobody can save you but you. You can do it with support, you can do it with love, you can do it with resources. But unless there is that anchor, that base thought that you want to be better and live better and be well and live a long, healthy life, no one's going to shove that into your head. I can't do that. You guys can't do that. It's also like an outrageous assumption that the internet needs to step in. And I've seen a lot of comments and even some videos from other people, which I mentioned in the video where I wouldn't mention her, saying that her family and her parents, etc., should all be doing more, or they're not doing enough, or just casting these aspersions on these poor people who none of us know, none of us live in that home, none of us sit around that dinner table, and unless you've been in this eating disorder hell, or you've been someone supporting somebody through it or trying to convince them to get help, none of us are in any position, particularly to judge her family. But it's also outrageous to assume that they're not doing anything, that they're just like, what is the internet talking about? She's fine. I have no doubt that they are trying their very, very best to rescue her and to keep her around. I'm not bigger than that. I don't have enough of an ego on me to think that a video from me is going to change all of that. And I also know well enough from my own experience that it won't make a bit of difference, that all it is disrespectful, and it is opportunistic, and it is arrogant to think I have any place to make a 10-minute video and boom, that's going to make a scrap of difference. Again, I don't think that those pleas from people and messages from people are not well intentioned. Of course they are. I don't think that they are aware of why I can't do that. And again, if I came across as a bit cranky in this video, it's just because this has been happening for months and it's put me in a position where I have to make a video I never wanted to make. In the last video, I wouldn't even refer to her gender because I wanted it to be that ambiguous and that clear that my position was to have no position, and it was out of respect for somebody who could very well be extremely ill. And that doesn't deserve social media frenzy. That deserves treatment and support and love and respect. Should she be on the internet in this state when people talk about, you know, maybe she's pro-ana material, etc.? I can't make a comment about that either, because what if this is part of what keeps her here from day to day? I don't know. That one's tough for me. But that's why I won't talk about it, because I'm not qualified to. So Mia, stop leading yourself down the path where you've got to untangle everything that you just said. There's no opinions that I'm gonna share publicly out of respect. But of course, if anybody is going through this, whether it's Eugenia, whether it's anybody else, I hope they find that reason to want to commit to recovery. And this community is here for anybody who wants it, but it's not for me to go and shove my community and my videos in someone's face who's not ready for it. That's all I have to say about that. I hope it made sense. It's been a long day. I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys Friday with details about the City to Surf, the 14-kilometer run that I'm doing with one of my best friends, Mark, where we're going to be raising money for eating disorder sufferers, and we'll also be putting your names on our shirts. Don't submit them yet. I'll let you know in Friday's video when we're going to be doing that. Anyway, guys, I'm stammering now, so I need to go and eat something. I'll see you guys Friday. Much love. Take care. See you Friday. Bye.